everybody. We're back with the star of The Good Nurse, Eddie Redmayne. You've been performing since you were little. Like, when did you first start acting?
I did it at school when I was a kid.
Okay.
But
Did you love it right away?
always loved it. It was a bug. It was a passion.
When did that passion or that bug? When did you say, okay, no, this is what I'm going to do with my life? This is like, what was your first big professional gig?
That's a good question. I think the moment I sort of started to take it seriously was when I was like at university. I got cast with Mark Rylance in a 400th anniversary production of Twelfth Night, and it was an all-male production. And
is this any way related to the 12th Night they did here on Broadway?
It is, actually. So it was the first...
It's the greatest production I've ever seen.
Oh.
Of Shakespeare. Greatest production I've ever seen.
Mark is phenomenal, and it was an amazing thing to be a part of. I'm so thrilled you saw it.
Yeah.
I wasn't in that production, just to be clear. I was in the early iteration of it, yeah. And, but it was all male, so I was playing Viola, and Mark was playing...
Is that what this is?
That is what that is. Yeah,
all right.
that's...
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
So this is... Okay. Okay. So that's Viola. You were playing a woman playing a man.
Yes,
in this case.
I am.
Yes.
I am Viola dressed as Cesario.
Yeah.
So, but what was interesting about it was that so Mark, it was an original practices production. It was in the space a place called the Middle Temple Hall in London, where Twelfth Night was written for. Shakespeare wrote it for this particular space. But I was a student and I didn't know what I was doing, and I'd been for an audition, and then I'd thought nothing of it, and then I was in a pub in Notting Hill in London, and I was 3/4 of the way through a bottle of wine with a friend, and I got this call from a casting director saying, will you come and do a last final audition with Mark? And I arrived drunk, and they put me in this rehearsal skirt and had me and Mark was there, and he was auditioning with me, and we were sort of moving around the room, and then suddenly he took the script out of my hand and had me improvise Shakespeare, which was the most horrific and terrifying thing imaginable. But I was
improvised.
Yeah,
Shakespeare,
iambic pentameter. But it was great because I was drunk. So it's the sort of thing which I could never normally do, but it didn't matter.
Did you do the thing he asked of you?
I did the thing I asked. I have no memory of it. I sort of woke up. I woke up the next day, and the whole thing was like some sort of weird, sort of hungover dream. And but I got the part, so that was wonderful.
Congratulations. Your kids. Okay. What about your kids are, how old are your children now?
They are 6 and 4.
Those are lovely ages.
I met your son the other night, Stephen.
Yes, he's 6'4".
He is. He is not 6 years old.
He's a little bit older than that now. Do they know what Dad does? Like, have they seen the Fantastic Beasts movies? Or
No,
anything like
they're
that?
dead confused. We were in New York and Connecticut making The Good Nurse, and we were all out here together. And they came to set once.
Of The Good Nurse?
Of The Good Nurse, yeah.
A great film for kids. It's really heartwarming.
Paying for the therapy now.
When the music starts.
Yeah, exactly.
Dance sequence.
They came to set, and they didn't come onto the set, but they came to the craft service table.
Sure.
And... which, by the way, in America is a thing. In the UK, it's like really not a thing. Like in the UK, you're lucky if you get a styrofoam cup with a bit of kind of instant coffee.
Yeah. Well, for people who don't know, craft service is like every candy, every cracker, anything. It's all there. Yeah.
My kids think that my job is to go and run a sweet shop. They're literally like, so there's that. And then, but they also thought that I was playing The Good Nurse. And then they caught a glimpse of the trailer for the film, and which again was horrific parenting. I don't know why I showed it to them. And they realised quite promptly that I am not the good nurse, the bad nurse. And my daughter asked me if maybe I could go back to being a wizard. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand the appeal.
Yeah.
Eddie, lovely to see you again.
So nice
Thank you
to see
so
you.
much for being here. The Good Nurse is available on Netflix. Eddie Redmayne, everybody.